ladies and gentlemen, we are reaching the end of our night very shortly, but before we do depart, we'd like to invite our guest of honour to the stage, the 2023 Australian local hero, Amar Singh. Now, Amar's sitting right here, and he's quite the rap sheet, a very impressive person. Amar founded the charity Turbans for Australia in 2015 to encourage people from migrant communities to volunteer. Basically, the charity also has a strong focus on multicultural events to promote harmony and religious tolerance. Amar used his trucking industry experience to deliver hay to farmers during the drought in Western New South Wales. 22 trips with truckloads of groceries and bottles of water during the Black Summer bushfires in 2019 down the south coast of New South Wales, delivering over 400 pallets of food, personal care items and cleaning products during the floods in the northern rivers, and handing out 1,500 hampers during COVID lockdowns in Sydney. Also running relief centres in Melbourne, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Dubbo, Canberra and Lismore. Amar Singh has been awarded the 2023 Australian of the Year Local Hero, 2023 Volunteer Leader of the Year, 2022 Parramatta Citizen of the Year and Order of Liverpool in 2020. Please welcome to the stage, Amar Singh.
Thank you. G'day everyone. It's quite a different night. I'm actually thinking, what should I say? Because so much has been said by so many wonderful, kind human beings, but I'll try to say my bit. So firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners and the custodians of this land that we meet on today, any elders that might be present here today. And I also want to share and acknowledge our elders, our forefathers who came to this great nation with a suitcase, some with not much, some came on boats, to give us the life that we have today. So my story is a very migrant story, because I look like one, right? And do laugh at my jokes, please. I like that. Perfect. How all this started, I came to Australia as a 15-year-old, just a migrant kid who started school in southwest Sydney, Campbelltown. Growing up, we see a lot of different things in society. My vision was to change that for our kids. As an economic migrant from India, the state of Punjab, I came here for a better life with my family, but soon things didn't work out. As we see, we hear the taunts, we hear the racist comments. It was common. In fact, I was given the name David at school because my name was too hard to pronounce. So imagine if the MC had called David Singh on the stage, you'd be looking, where's David? That's me. But I reverted back to my name Amar when I started TAFE. Because Australia, that we know today, is a wonderful, great nation that we all call home. And sadly, there is a small minority that likes to create differences. But I think it's our duty and our moral obligation for our future generations to unite one and all. A Sikh coming to an Iftar dinner today with a Catholic friend, how good is that? This is Australia for you today. I think that's what we need to enrich our diversity, our multicultural society. For us, it was simple. When I faced a lot of racism comments, being called a terrorist, and among many other words, I thought, I want to change this. I want to change this for my kids and our future kids, our generations, that they shouldn't be judged for a turban or a hijab or a kappa, or if they didn't wear any of the religious garb, they just got judged because they were brown. So Turbans for Australia started as a very small dream for me to give back and encourage my fellow Sikhs to come and volunteer. One thing that us migrants don't do is take ownership of this great country. So for me, being a volunteer early in my school days to being a volunteer at Sydney 2000 Olympic Games, I knew it did great things for me as a person, and I wanted to work more on that. When I started Turbans, it was a very small way, but it was very rewarding. We kept going. I heard Alan Jones speak about the drought, how farmers in our New South Wales background were killing themselves because they were losing their family farms. So we got together. We did our first ever trip of groceries out to Dubbo, followed by the hay run. We turned up to a town in Coonamble that I've never been to and never heard of. But hey, it's humanity that matters. We went to that town, and as a migrant, it works both ways. We're there to educate the wider Australian society that we are Australians too, just from a different background. We speak a different language, that's all it is. And also to take some of our countrymen on a journey that when they hear that Australia is a racist country, and I agree not. We're a rich, diverse nation. We do have some people that don't fit in, and that's in a polite way. So it's an education trip both ways, because my mission has been that every kid should be proud of their lunchbox, should be proud of their culture, should be proud of their language, should be proud of their religion, no matter what happens in life. Every kid has a chance to shine, because we are in a great nation. During our time, during bushfires, when we actually started pretty much full-time into charity, when most people were running out of disasters, these guys and girls in blue and uniforms were running into the disasters. You know, the wonderful country people. I remember getting served a cup of coffee as we turned up with our trucks at Cobargo. And the lady said, "Thank you. I'm not going to use much of this stuff because my house is burnt completely, but thank you for coming to our town." These country people are bloody resilient. They'll serve you with a smile even in the biggest disaster that they face. That's what I love about my work. When I go to these towns that I've never been to, it's that mateship, the appreciation, the resilient souls we see that are ready to work. For us, Lismore started with a bang, never thinking it's going to be so long. It marks actually 13 months since we've been there. Every week or so, our trucks will go to Woodburn, our new hub, and distribute to other charity groups with our trucks. Because Australia is a big country, so we need the trucks to move the freight. But I think during COVID, I saw the best. Coming from an ethnic background, although I came here pretty young, many will agree in this room. Sometimes in our culture, we see people in uniforms, not as friends. I saw the best. We had the New South Wales Police delivering hampers for us, packing hampers for us. The men and women from the ADF were there at a centre in Clyde packing hampers. And it used to be such a tragedy around us, but such a good mateship that we could all get along, do the job. In the bushfires, the SES, the fire, all come together as a community. And you know what? We should love them, just like how we love our cousins, right? And one more thing, I think, Amit said very well, we're all cousins, right? So coming up to the long weekend, when you get pulled over, just tell them you're Karen Webb's cousin. Right, Commissioner? But you know what? Life is fun. This is a great country. That's what I love about it. We've got to have a joke. We've got to have a laugh. We've got to be mates. Life is too serious. It's too short. In our lifetime, we've seen all this one in a lifetime, 1 in 100 times. I mean, how many times have we heard that? Quite getting sick of it. Let's rebuild our country, rebuild our regional towns that are still suffering. One more thing I want to say, I remember the whole Honourable Commissioner said that they want to recruit more women into the police force. I reckon you should look at migrant women. Many of our women are so passionate. One of my good friends from Melbourne joined the Navy at 34 after 2 kids. So our women are just as powerful. Even I wanted to join the police force after I left school, but Mum said it's a dangerous job. So I think we have to look at how we encourage more ethnic community kids to join up the police as well at a younger age. There's plenty of workforce out there, you just got to look hard enough. So why am I here? I sing this tune of diversity, multiculturalism, acceptance. Not that I need to, because I want to. Because I know there's so much good in our society, so much love, so much compassion. We all need to build on that so we leave Australia a better place than what we found. But you know, in finishing up here, I want everyone to think what we did right, what we could have done right, and what we should do right for our country, our communities. When I say the word community, sometimes it's misunderstood. They probably think I'm thinking about the Sikh community or Indian community. I'm in my community this year, the place where I live, place where I work, my city of Sydney. I want everyone to be a positive part. It doesn't hurt to be kind. Let's all make Australia a better place. Because for years to come, we want to have this great nation with wealth of so many natural resources to be there for our kids. And I want to encourage every migrant to volunteer. No matter how much time you have, that's one way you can make great new friends, and I've got plenty now. how to be productive for your community. Join a local club, join a local charity. No matter what you do in life, make your society a better place. That's all we have to do. So in these words, I'm pretty actually lost for words after all these wonderful speakers and the wonderful Sufi singers. But in my religion, the Sikh religion, our most holiest shrine, the Golden Temple in Amritsar, Darbar Sahib as it's known, its foundation stones were laid by a Muslim Sufi saint. So if we can look back at our history, there's so many interconnections, interlocked, so hard, none of these current crises can shake them off. And that's what we need to encompass and envision for a long, better future. So if I said anything wrong, please put it on me, but I want everyone to have a good night. And great thing all, we're all going to walk out of here cousins. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amar Singh, one more time. Can I call to the stage the 2021 Australian local hero and New South Wales local hero, Rosemary Kariuki Fife, please, and she'll be presenting a gift to Amar.
Can I say something? I had Kamal when he was giving the award, the gift, he said something. What I just want to add, first of all, I have to acknowledge everyone who is here, my boss, Ma'am Karen Webb, and all the dignitaries who are here today, my cousin, Ahmed. I think Ahmed is the person who has got most cousins in this world. One thing I want to tell you about Ahmed, he knows everyone. And whenever he meets you, he will still talk to you. When I was going to Kenya last year, he told me I have a cousin in Kenya. His name is Mustafa. And Mustafa is from Turkey. And when I went to see him, my mother has been looking for a title deed for the last over 20 years. And Mustafa is the one who helped my mother. Today he has got his title deed today because of cousin Ahmed. That's how the connections are. And by saying that, if all of us can help, when he didn't know I have that problem, but I was just talking and with Mustafa, and he said, hang on, I know the director of the Ministry of Land. So if all of us here, we can connect, we can help each other. When you see something, say something about it. When you see something is wrong, don't wait or blame. When I came to this country, nobody was talking to me. And I was thinking, why are people not talking to me? But instead of complaining or being sad, what did I do? It was December, my first December in this country. That was 2001. And, no, 2000, because I came 1999. I wrote a card, a Christmas card, for the 14 units where I used to live in Randwick. And I said, dear unit number 1, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. My name is Rosemary Kariuki, and could you please be talking to me? And before midnight, I put all the cards under the door. I'm telling you, everybody was talking to me. They started talking to each other, and they started inviting me, and I started inviting them. If I just sat there, if I just sat there and say it's racism, or because I'm black, people who love each other, they don't even see the color. They see a human being. They see you as a person. If all of us can come together and work together, we police, I think, Mom will go home because there will be no crime. To finish, I want my message for 2021 as a local hero. I said, get to know your neighbor. We live with each other, we don't know anyone. In the office, we don't talk to a person who is from a different country or from a different person, or maybe they live in a different suburb. We don't talk to mothers in school. We don't talk to people when we go to the gym or to the school. If all of us can start talking, extending, open your heart, open your hands, open your home, Look after each other. We have a lot of food in this country. We have a lot of love in this country. This is the best country in the world. Let us make use of it. Thank you very much.